Let's go now to Nathan John, a director of Youth Enlightenment. He joins us live from our central London studio. Mr. John, what's happening?
Senseless violence, you know, and as a proud Londoner, I'm hurt by what I'm seeing. Not just hurt because there's innocent lives that are being affected by this, but I'm hurt because I believe in these kids. You know, I believe that they've got great potential. I believe that they can achieve success. You know, I came from a council flat. Me and my older brother, my mum worked 3 jobs at one point to keep things going, and this isn't the way to act. This isn't the way to show your frustration. And I just want them all to know that regardless of what your circumstances are now, regardless of how dire the situation is in the economy, with what you think your future is, you know, you can work, you can come above it, you can go beyond the boundaries and the barriers before you. You can be successful. You've got to stop this violence now.
That's an inspirational message, but the problem is there's a disconnect between you and the people you're trying to get this message across to. How do we get through to people like this?
You've got to look at who are influencing them. You know, there's a lot of music, a lot of grime, hip-hop artists that do connect. You know, the politicians might not be able to do it, the poster boys might not be able to do it, but we need to start engaging with people that do. Even ex-offenders, dare I say it, you know, people that have done wrong and come out and can connect. And we really need to start thinking outside the box now, because we're going to see more. We're going to see more and more of pictures like what we're seeing today, unless we do.
Have you ever heard the expression recreational rising?
Not before today. And we are going to see a bit of that. It's summer holidays, it's a bit hot. Following, you know, a year or so of cuts, probation services being reduced, connections being closed down, youth unemployment. There's a lot of things that I think is fueled this tension, continued tension with the police. You know, I don't believe that people were rioting over Mark's death, not in one bit, but I do believe it was a catalyst, it was a tipping point for many, and now we just have a lot of people just being silly and being violent, and it's unnecessary. Stop
and search is being used as a police tactic for the last 20 or 30 years. That's always been a source of contention amongst the Black, Afro-Caribbean and Asian communities in the capital, and yet we haven't seen scenes like this for at least 20 years. So when it's used as justification on evenings like tonight, do you think it's fair?
What caused the riots, the Brixton riots, it was the fact that the police were a bit heavy-handed, were stopping people from ethnic minority groups. They're doing that again now. So are we really surprised in what we're seeing? Shocked, yes. Disappointed, yes. But we shouldn't be surprised. You know, we have to change our tactics. You know, I believe that the police do need to focus on areas where the crime exists, but there's a way of going about it. Everyone's human. Everyone's got a personal level that we need to start connecting with these youth on. If not, they're going to act out and show us their dark side, which we've been seeing over the last few days.
You're the third person we've spoken to this evening who works with the capital's youth, and you say what the other two have said. You're shocked, surprised, disappointed. If you work with these people and you didn't see this coming, how are the authorities supposed to respond and predict scenes like this?
It's been warned time and time again that the way they've gone on and done certain operations, that there will be a backlash, and they were warned after Mark's death also, but they didn't take notice. I said I'm disappointed, I'm shocked, but I'm not surprised this has happened, because for too long government, those in authority, have been making decisions without consulting the youth. You know, fees going up, tuition fees going up, so many different things, EMA being scrapped. A lot of decisions have been made in the last 12 months or so without consultation. You're going to get a reaction sooner or later, but it's disappointing. I don't condone it whatsoever, but it's about time that we start to focus more on our youth and realise there are problems that need to be addressed. If not, we all suffer, not just the black community, not just ethnic minorities, not just young males, all of us, and that's what we're seeing right now. And I think, you know, this is sending out a wrong message to the global world about London. We're meant to be hosting the Olympic Games soon. You know, what is this showing people?
Indeed, what is it showing? This Nathan John speaking to us from our studios in Westminster. He's a director for Youth Enlightenment.